Hi guys. So I decided to make this video because I get a lot of questions in terms of how to apply to Canada as an international student, how to come to Canada and settle down as a permanent resident, and many other questions related to that. So I thought I'd make a quick video here and try to answer some of your questions. So first and foremost, if you're planning to come to Canada, I would suggest that you start your research really early, at least 2 years before you intend to come to Canada. That gives you enough time to go through the CIC website, which is the Canadian Immigration and Citizenship website, which details all the ways that you can come into Canada, all the different visas that are required, what's required for you to end up becoming a permanent resident at some point if you're coming in as an international student. So highly recommend go through that website, read through all the details, and be better informed when you're planning to come to Canada as a student. Another thing I would suggest you research on it are all the different universities that you would be interested in. Okay, so universities will give you their prerequisites, what you are required to have as a credential before you come to Canada or before you send in an application to as an undergraduate student or a graduate student. Okay, so most times, of course, you need to complete your IELTS, and you need a score, I believe it was 7.5 or above, but you might want to check on that. Policies are constantly changing, so you might want to go back and take a look at what all the requirements are. So that's another thing that you need to consider is, of course, you need a 12th grade equivalent when you're applying to come as an undergraduate student in Canada. So you don't have to wait until you're done to apply. You just have a lot to do in terms of research work before you finish up with your high school. So another thing that you want to think about is also showing financial support for your time in Canada. You won't be provided a visa unless you can show that you can financially support yourself when you come to Canada. You need to be able to pay your tuition fees and also pay for your living expenses. Um, Perhaps you have family members who can help you out with that, or you can get a bank loan, or you can try to apply for scholarships as well. Scholarships are very competitive, so I would recommend trying to have backup plans there when you're coming to Canada. Um, so yes, so those are the three things that you need to think about before you even set your applications, and also think about your priorities, right? Like when you're applying to universities, what are you looking for? Are you looking for affordability? Are you looking to go into one of the top schools, top universities in Canada? Are you looking at the networking opportunities after graduation? Looking at the labor market in specific cities and provinces. So these are all things that you want to think about. Now, New Brunswick is a small province. Uh, I mean, not as densely populated as Ontario or Alberta and Vancouver and British Columbia. So it's a smaller province, and you have more opportunities for a one-on-one interaction with the professors here. I really like that about New Brunswick, where you have that personal attention. And if you have any questions, it's so much easier to reach out to your professors, clear your doubts, all those things. So there are perks to being in a small university in a smaller province. Another thing that you want to think about when you are applying to come as a student to Canada is to build your work experience. So this is a culture that we don't have in many countries. At least I know in India and in Ethiopia, um, where I've been, we don't really start working when we're students. We usually graduate and then try to get into the labor market. But things are slightly different in Canada. Students start building their work experience at a very early age. So they might be teenagers, 13, 14 years old, and they would be working at fast food chains or uh, anything like that, where they trying to build their customer experience skills and other interpersonal skills. So that's something that you would want to consider doing, right? You might want to volunteer a lot more in your home countries. You want to start building that work experience so that you're a better candidate when you come to Canada and you're applying to jobs here. One great thing about Canada is that as a student, you are eligible to work part-time. So I believe it's around 20 hours a week when you're a full-time student, and 40 hours over the summer months. And summer months are 4 months long, where you have no courses, no classes, and you get to work 40 hours a week. Again, policies keep changing, so I would highly recommend that you do your own research on a regular basis, and be thorough when you're trying to apply and come to Canada. I hope this was useful. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Please comment your questions below this video. That way I can go through them and create another one answering all your questions. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.